Thanks for joining me today. So the first question I had was, just to give a little bit of context for people unfamiliar, what does a sports analyst do?
So it's like in a shorter way, I'll tell you, it's like judging people. So judging players is my work. Uh, so what I do is suppose like my team is team A, and we are playing team B. So I'll try to analyze how you guys play according to your last matches. There will be a pattern of play and set plays and everything all you follow, and I'll try to find the pattern, and then I'll try to break that pattern, and I'll tell my team like this player is playing like this, you're supposed to play like this, you are supposed to not, he's good at this thing, you're not like, don't let him do this. Like if he's a good right footer player, I'll tell him to mark only his right foot, and take on him take on his left foot or something like that. Try to break that. And overall suppose some teams, like when I was with Indian national team, we were playing Iran, and Iran, Oman, they used to cross a lot, and we told the players they will cross a lot, just go and stay close to them so that they don't cross. So
Hmm.
that's what, like, it's an example. That's how I work. Then after the match, I analyze my team, like what are the good things we did and what are the bad things we did, and that's how I analyze my team also. And then you go and show these two players so that they improve in the training and then the next matches. And
Okay.
then we analyze the set plays also, set pieces. So suppose the balls are going in a different directions, the free kicks, the corners, we need to do this according to us, and then according to the opponents also. So it depends. That's what I do.
So, are you involved in the scouting process?
Yeah. So scouting is a little different. I started as an analyst, and after 4 5 years of being an analyst, I started working as a scout also for a small period. Now I'm a full-time scout for my club, and I also do analysis for the national team.
Okay.
Uh, that's how it is. So.
Okay. So, okay, I think you already answered this. So, can you take me through your journey? So, where did you start and how's it today?
Hmm, I started in 2013 as a football coach in a small academy in Thane. Uh, then in a year, I was like, I want to do something more,
Mm.
and there was a company called Sports Tech. They were giving internships to people like who wants to learn their softwares and become an analyst. So I applied through their website, and then I got a I got an internship for 2 months. So I learned the softwares, everything, and after that, in I guess 15 days only, I got a job in FC Pune City, and in 2014 ISL started. So I started working as an analyst from 2014, and then I worked for Pune. Then later that year, I worked for Salgaonkars in I League. I worked for them for 2 years. Then I went to Northeast United. I worked there, and then after Northeast, I joined Jamshedpur FC, and I was there for 7 to 8 years. I don't remember exactly. And after Jamshedpur, I joined Srinivi as a head of scout, and I was with the national team also for some time as an analyst. So that was like till 2 3 days ago.
I wanted to ask, how did you carve out a niche for yourself, specifically in India, like where the football culture, when you started in 2014, it wasn't as big as it is today. How did you
Yeah.
carve that niche out for yourself and show clubs that they really need you and show your value?
So to be honest, I think when I started working, it was more of a passion thing for me, and you know the the urge to learn more and do the best for myself and for my team. Like I was very passionate about anything I do in any sport, and that helped me a lot when I was in Pune, Salgaonkars, or Jamshedpur, wherever. Uh, so I used to try to improve myself, but also my team. Like I wanted my team to help all the time, and I wanted to win. So that part where I think people saw that passion in me, and then also the quality of the work, they saw that in me, and then I think that's how I gained my my name or whatever.
Okay. So, with the data that you get, firstly, what data do you get, and also what do you do with that data more specifically?
So data is important, I'd say, but then uh, I won't say it is very important because sometimes. So I'll give you an example. In a match, I can get a data of around 60 pages, but you can't use that. You can't use so much of data for every match. It's not that important. But then again, the small points, there are like out of that 60 pages, I might need some points, and I take those points and then I show it to the players. Like, see, these are the forward passes you made. Like suppose you are playing and then you made 100 passes, but out of 100 passes, 80 passes were like back passes,
Hmm.
okay, or the sideways. So what I will say is like try to improve on the forward passes, try to play the diagonal passes or whatever, play forward, or I'll show you the map of the passes, then you will understand it more. So all these small data points, you take those points and not the unnecessary data, and put too much into the players' brains, because most of them, they're already focusing on the games. But also, if after the, like, when they are relaxing, sometimes players can't understand things, and the focus level is not that much. They can focus for 10 minutes or maximum 20 minutes in a video session or a meeting. After that, they sleep, or maybe the brain stops working. It's like a normal student, or only like it's a lecture. After some time, you stop, your brain stops working, or you do something, so it's like that. So you try to put the important points only. Suppose like in that match, he did the back passes more, so I'll tell him, yeah, see, try to improve on this. There is space behind you, there is space on this side, so you try to play on that side. Then sometimes suppose he's making unnecessary fouls more, I'll show him like, Baba, ये देख ऐसा ऐसा है, improve on that. If he's making missed passes, like you don't need to, or if he's taking too many touches, like suppose you got the ball and he's keeping the ball with him for 2, 3 more or 5, 6 seconds, and he's just running with the ball and he's losing the ball without anything, getting anything from it, like a corner, a pass, or whatever. So you just show that to the player that, Baba, you lost these many passes, not good for us. Like when you lose the ball, you have to track back. Not only you, but the whole team has to track back. So it's on you. So just look after that, and then that's how the players understand. So you need to be a little careful with the players and show these small things to the players, and then improve.
Okay. So, I mean, how in the end, how do you balance the data that you get with the on-field analysis? Like, I'm sure you must be watching the matches, right? So, when you're giving the reports or when you're like in a video session, how are you using your own inputs from the field?
So live during the live match, I don't get data like proper data. Whatever I see, it's eye test. So if I see something tactically happen, then I go and tell in the halftime to the coach, to the players, whatever. But during the match, whatever data you can get, it's very minimal. And I don't know, during the 15 minutes of the halftime or during the match, you can't actually do so many things, because things are happening so fast. So it does not help that much, maybe a percent, but it's not that important, I feel. And to use that, you need a more people, better softwares, and like in Premier League, maybe there must be like some of the teams they do it live data, but again, to show it to the coach, to process everything, and then to put it on the field, it's very difficult in that short period of time. So it's like that. So
Okay.
if you tell me to like live data analysis, I don't do it. I look at the game, I see something not happening good or something bad happening, I just go and tell them.
Okay. So I mean, I wanted to ask, you've been you've been working in the scene since 2013, 12 years now. So in your eyes, how has the data analysis and performance analysis evolved in Indian football since when you started?
It's evolved a lot, a lot. Like the first year in ISL, I did only basic data, like only video analysis. Like I used to just cut the videos, analyze the videos. Baba, ye galat hua hai. Just show it to the coaches, and that's it. But later, I started getting better cameras, better softwares. Then I started using GPS, mm, different technologies. You know, like earlier we used to have a handy cam. Now we
Hmm.
have like, different cameras which records players' movements also. Then there are softwares, there are applications where you get data around like players around the world, teams around the world also. Like if I suppose as a scout, I want to see a player from any country, suppose any European country, take it like Serbia. Serbian league, you don't see that in India, but that application will have that league. So I'll go to that league, I'll go to his player's profile, and then I'll watch that game. Earlier in 2014, it was quite difficult for us to get that. Later it started evolving. The cameras, like the cameras we have, like there is like you can use different cameras. Like there is a company who sells like two cameras, put on the each side of the field, and then captures the whole field. Not only like handycam only captures like one third of field, so you have to move the camera and then zoom in or zoom out. Sometimes like some cameras are like one camera, but it's a huge camera, so you get the whole field and it tracks the ball wherever the ball goes, captures everything. So all these things started improving, these things started improving the way we analyze also. Softwares like the analysis softwares like SBG, Catapult, Laxport or whatever, so many softwares, they also evolved a lot. Like earlier it used to be only like live tracking, live coding and then normal basic coding. Now we can do like you can put the flashlight on the player, that then the player moves, the flashlight also moves with that. All these things, small things started improving. So it's like that. So it's a lot of difference now. And also uh, depends how you use it. Sometimes some coaches don't use that much of analysis. They are just like, okay, they go and train and just they see it and they understand it, and they don't put too much of data or videos. They don't show it to the players. They just show some like 10 minutes, 5 minutes clips, that's it. But I would prefer like or whatever we get to try to show it to at least to the coaches, so that coaches understand it and then show the important parts to the players. So it's like that. So it's improved a in last 12 years, and I'm sure it will improve a lot later also. So it's like that.
Okay. So now I want to move a little bit on the business side since that's what I'm exploring. So as someone, who is exploring the business side of sports, how has the how does analytics affect finances directly or indirectly?
Finances. I'll tell you one simple example. Suppose if my team wants to get a defender, center back. Okay, so uh, we shortlist five center backs from one country, or suppose India. or a state, any state. So you look at the player, okay, he looks good, but what the data says, like I'll analyze the data also. Like suppose this player is good in the air. What are the main points of center backs? Like he should be good at tackling. Should be good in the air also. He should be good at defending the ball. How many like with the passing and everything. So I'll try to analyze that over the period of the season. Okay. Sometimes some players look good on the eye, but sometimes they don't look good with the data. But sometimes some players look good with the data, but they don't look good with the eye. Happens. So you have to do that. It's a little. You have to be a little careful with that, and people do make mistakes, and also so that's how we do it. Wingers, we have different parameters. For forwards, we have different parameters. Forwards don't have to score goals. Of course, they have to score goals, but again, with that, they have to press. How is he pressing in the front? Is he winning balls for us? How is he in the air? Everything. Like all those small details, then you get the numbers and you analyze the numbers on the paper. Pop. ये प्लेयर से ज़्यादा किया है but he scored more. So that's how you analyze and then you take the decision. Then depending on those numbers, the finances come. Like suppose some player, like a player with this quality and player with this quality. This quality of player has played less games. Okay, so he will earn a little less, but the experience, whatever this guy is having, maybe he'll get more. But the less experienced player is scoring more goals. So he'll be like, I have scored 10 goals last season, I need more money. So the finances also varies in that part. So that's how it changes the whole system.
Okay. Okay, I understand. So, while you're scouting a player, or if you're just observing a player from your own team, how do you evaluate them? Like, not just in terms of performance, but like in terms of marketability and, commercial value for the club.
Commercially, we don't like in India, it's not that much if you look at the commercials because there is not much of sponsorships for the individual players and the clubs. There is like people do sponsor clubs, but when it comes to individual things, it does not matter much. Based mainly based on the performance only. How is he doing on the field? But again, after that, how is he off the field? Is he a bad apple or a good apple off the field? Is he making the other players improve, or he's just trying to, be a really bad apple? Like, suppose some players try to, act uh, bad, or I don't know, bad
Bring others
influence.
down and so.
Yeah, something like that. So we look at that, and even if I'm scouting any player, like I'll do the background check with the whatever contacts I have. I'll ask, like suppose I'm scouting you, like I'll call your teacher, I'll call your friends, like how is he? Is he good off the field? How is he as a person? Is he a good friend? Is he a good mentor? Or whatever. So all these things we take into consideration, and then suppose you are playing for my team. After the training, are you going home? Are you going? Are you resting your taking a good rest? Are you going to the gym properly? Are you eating proper food? Or are you going are you sleeping late in the night? Are you going out for parties? Everything I'll have a look. I'll see that, and then we judge them not only on performance also, but again on these things also we try to look at it.
Okay. So, what role does performance analysis play in deciding the market value of a player? I know, I mean, it's not in Indian football, it's not that high, like the 100 million transfers we see around the world in Europe. But
Honestly, it's not. Uh, we don't decide it. Honestly, the performance analyst, even in the world, they don't decide the value of the player. honestly. Like the market is very different right now. Maybe 10 15 years ago, you could have done it with the data and everything, but now it's all about demand and supply. Suppose I'll tell you, like in India, like we have very few goalkeepers. So whatever good goalkeepers they have, which they just get good money. So whatever good center backs, they have good money. So we have like 10, 12, 13 teams, but we have like maximum of 15 good center backs, and every team need at least two center backs.
More
So
than two.
whatever,
More than two, right?
yeah. So teams are fighting with each other to get the best five center backs. So they have to pay more and more. So performance analysis won't work. Like people are like, leave the data on the side. This guy is a good player, but this club is paying more, so I'll try to pay him a little more, or attract him in a different way. So, but I
Okay.
don't think, like, even Premier League I've seen the value of the player, the data won't, like, a
Yeah,
little bit, like how many good things he's doing on the paper, but again in the end, like the club will decide it.
yeah.
Like
I think I
where you
understood.
are, yeah, where you are selling it. Like suppose you are selling it to a big club, the price goes automatically on a higher side. If you are selling it to a small club, okay, we'll negotiate. So it's like that.
Yeah, like in the Premier League, I don't know if you follow, but like in Europe right now, there was a shortage of strikers in the transfer window, right?
Exactly.
There were not
Like
any, so they clubs had to overpay for like regular strikers, 100 million. Like
same,
that's
yeah, exactly what I'm saying. But then you sometimes some clubs acts kind of smart also. So that depends on the management. Like suppose if you look at a team like City, like they are not paying more than 100 millions for any player. Like suppose a player like Haaland, like you don't pay 68 million and get him. Like if Haaland goes in the market right now, he's more than whatever he's earning.
200
But
of
thing is, like in Dortmund also Haaland was doing way too much. Yet they got him for 68 million because they were smart enough to do it. Same with Alvarez also. Alvarez is a like player worth more than 100 million for me, what I feel, based on the market.
yeah,
I'm sure,
right.
like no one, for me, like no player is more than 100 million. But based on the market, inflation, or everything, if you look at the players who are selling more for more than 100, Alvarez is like more than 100 million. So they got him for like 25 or something, I don't know, and they sold him for 60. That was a good
Obviously,
business.
when Walter Mada is going to Newcastle for 100 million, this all seems
Exactly. So all these things are it's just market inflation, and then who are you selling it to, and then everything. And it's kind of stupid, I feel. But then for you, like if you are getting something in return, then it's okay to invest so much. And in the end, it's all about winning. So
so. It's more from the management side, the rather
yeah,
than.
yeah.
So, I mean, based on what you've seen, where do you see, I mean, Indian football going from a commercial standpoint? You mentioned that there's not any sponsors right now. Do you see that changing in the next few years or in the next few decades?
Honestly, I don't see any bright future right now, with whatever it's going in India, happening in India. But I don't know. It might change. It might not change. I thought like like from 2014 to 19, I felt like really good. Like we are improving a lot, and after that, it went down suddenly. So you don't know. It might change. Uh, People might get good wisdom, and clubs get better and everything, and then I don't know, from the national team to the clubs, from the league and everything starts changing. It might happen, it might not happen, I don't know, but I don't see a good future right now. So
Okay. So, I mean, out of the Indian football team, what player do you see that's most likely to, make the move to European club? Because usually Indian football
Many
players
of them can play in the Europe for sure. Not in the top leagues, but
in
in
the
Europe.
lower divisions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like countries, the Baltic countries like Serbia, Slovenia, and all these countries, they can definitely play in the first division. And if you consider like Spain and everything, I think third division they can definitely play. Second division of Spain, championship in England,
No,
little difficult. No, no, it's difficult. But I've seen qualities in the younger players. But then again, you have to be consistent. And what I see is like there is no consistency in the Indian players. For last 10 years, whoever is consistent, I think only Chetri Bhai is quite consistent with it. Uh, and then other players they play for they have one good season, two good season, and then they go down. So I would love to see a player who is consistent and then goes and do something. And one more thing is like people players don't go to Europe is like because the Indian clubs pay more than what they earn in Europe. So in a way it's good for them, but in a way it's bad for them also as a professional, because when you go to Europe you play in those conditions, you get more experience, you learn more than you play in India. So it's kind of difficult for me to tell them, Baba, go to Europe, you'll get 50% less money, but you'll earn 200% more experience.
so who's one of, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
No, I just wanted to ask who is one player that you see, can go in those European leagues and play and come back maybe.
There are a lot of players, like even right now, players like Liston, Thapa, from Punjab, this centre back called Pramveer. So many players, yeah. Mohammad Suhail from Punjab, and too many players. You can easily go and play in any European countries. But I don't know. I think they are just turning. They are happy here with the money they are having. And if suppose Indian clubs are paying them 100 rupees, they'll be like, yeah, I want to earn 100 rather than going to Europe and earn 30 or 40 rupees. You know, that's the difference. In a
Okay.
way, it's right for them also. Of course, they have to take care of their families and everything. But then sometimes you can take that risk.
Okay. I mean, just one last question. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what advice would you give to students like, me, for example, who maybe want to pursue a career in sports analytics?
Um, Advice. I'm really bad with it, but like if you want to get into analysis, like don't try to limit yourself to, like, don't keep an aim like I want to work for the Indian club, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like start working wherever you can, try to improve, and try to get as much experience you can from wherever you are working. Try to improve the level of the work you're doing. Try to go abroad for to work. um, Try to uh, the level of work you will do outside India will be much higher than what you're going to do it here. So try to learn better things, have more exposure for yourself, not only in India. Like you can do it in India 100%, but then there will be limitations in India. Suppose outside of India, you will see a different quality of not only players, but again the work professionalism. It's very different. The equipments you are going to get will be different. So I'll tell you, like, start as soon as possible whenever you are like, if you are like, how old are you now?
I'm
16?
15.
15. So try to start working now. Like, try to work for a local team for without pay or whatever. Don't care about the money. Try to work and then improve on that. Go outside, go out of India, and then learn, get a degree or something in the analysis if you want, and improve on that. Start working, do internships at anywhere. Don't feel bad about like I'm working for a low division team. No, no, no. It does not. No one cares about it. Whatever, if you whatever you can learn, learn from everywhere, and put everything in your brain. That's the best thing I would suggest. So don't care about it. Try to work as much as you can. Eventually, you'll end up in a good place if you show that quality. So that's what I'll say.
Okay. That's it from my side. Thank you so much for, making giving me your time. I've
For
learned a
sure.
lot today.
Thanks, thanks. I'll definitely catch up with you again. Let me know. You can call me or text me whenever you want.